Today, Sony announced 3 exciting new APS-C lenses for videographers and photographers who are looking to get their wide-angle fix. In this video, I'll share my hands-on experience after shooting with them for the last few weeks. Welcome back to Alpha Universe. My name is Miguel Quiles. I'm a Sony artisan of imagery, and I'm super excited to share these 3 new lenses with you. The first is the 10 to 20mm F4 G power zoom lens. The next one is the 15mm F1.4 G series lens. And finally, we have the 11mm F1.8 lens. All 3 lenses have some unique characteristics that make them really interesting, but let's start off by looking at the 10 to 20mm power zoom lens. The build quality on this lens is top-notch, which is a common characteristic with G series lenses. While it is currently the world's smallest ultra-wide APS zoom lens, they managed to add a lot of controls on the barrel of the lens. You'll find a zoom and manual focus ring, an AF/MF switch, a programmable focus hold button, as well as a power zoom switch. If you're a vlogger or content creator, you'll appreciate this power zoom functionality. It allows you to control zooming in several ways. You can zoom as you would with any other lens by using the zoom ring, or you could slide the switch on the barrel of the lens. If you have one of the newer bodies like the ZV-E10 that has the zoom rocker near the shutter button, you could use that, or you could program one of the custom buttons. You could also control the zoom using Sony's Bluetooth grip or remote, as well as using the Imaging Edge app. It opens up a lot of possibilities when it comes to getting that perfect shot. Focusing and zooming on this lens is completely internal. So if you plan on using this for vlogging or content creation and you're going to put it on a gimbal, it's great because the balance doesn't change when you start changing your focus or changing your zoom. I took this lens with me to a local car convention to test out, and I found this one to be the perfect walk-around lens. The majority of what I wanted to shoot on this day could be comfortably captured using this small, lightweight lens. If you're an APS-C shooter and you're shooting stills or video for that matter, this lens should be at the top of your list. Next up is the Sony 15mm f1.4 G series lens. Right out of the gates, I have to say that this lens feels awesome in my hand. The focus ring is nice and wide, which makes it easy to adjust when you want to control that manually. Right next to that, you've got your aperture ring that can be declicked, a programmable focus hold button, and your AF/MF switch. The bokeh on this lens is beautiful. The motors are fast and silent, which will come in handy for both stills and video. The 15mm focal length actually works really well for vlogging too. So this is the 15mm f1.4 G series lens, and I'm shooting right now wide open at f1.4 so you can get an idea of what the depth of field looks like. And I'm also using a variable ND mist filter to control the exposure. So as you could see, 15mm is great actually on this ZV-E10. If you plan on using it for vlogging, any kind of talking head or content creation, it works great. As was the case with the 10 to 20mm lens, this 15mm f1.4 lens is small and light without compromising features and performance. Here's a few clips that I captured with this lens for you to check out. Now let's check out the most affordable option out of these 3 new lenses. This is the 11mm f1.8 ultra wide angle lens. Just like the other 2 lenses, it features internal focusing with fast, silent linear motors, which is something that you typically don't see in comparable lenses in its price range on the market today. The features on the barrel are pretty straightforward. You've got your focus ring, an AF/MF switch, and a programmable focus hold button. The fast f1.8 aperture is great for capturing images and video in low light situations, as well as giving you pleasing bokeh whenever you need it for your wide angle shots. So here we are right now on the 11mm f1.8 lens. Again, on the ZV-E10, I'm using that same variable ND mist filter so that I can shoot this video wide open and kind of control the exposure. As you can see at 11 millimeters, it still works really well for vlogging. You have the ability to capture everything that's around you. So if you plan on going somewhere really epic, like epic mountains, epic locations, this 11 millimeter f1.8 lens is fantastic for vlogging. Here are a few clips I captured at a car show using this lens. Overall, I'm really impressed here with the performance of these lenses. They all represent exciting new options for hybrid APS-C shooters who are looking to get the latest and greatest lens technologies. Pricing and availability will be in the description of this video, so check that out. And if you have any specific questions about the lenses, let me know and I'll try to cover them in an upcoming video. Subscribe and like this video while you're here so you can stay up to date on everything happening in the Alpha universe. While you're here, I thought you should check out the video that you see here on the screen. It's one that I think you might find interesting. Check it out, and I'll see you there.